All right, go ahead.
Sehr schön. Sholem Aleykhem euch. Nu, wie ich habe gesagt, heint wollen wir lernen, was mehr in unserer Berale. Aber kuidem, reisches Kohl, wir heben an mit unser Lernen, sollen wir führen etwas Schmuz, wie gebäntlich. Gut, du siehst das öfter, kann ich fragen, bei Gietlen, was machst du?
Oh, Gietl?
Ja? Bei Gietlen.
Ich mach gut. Alles ist gut. Ich bin zufrieden mit der wie sagt man, was mit zitten in das Class. Ich habe gekannt reden mit der Cousine from Israel und kann ich reden English und noch kann ich reden Hebräisch, was so gespricht ein bisschen in Yiddish. Es ist gewesen sehr gut.
Sehr fein.
So, mein Yiddish ist wird ein bisschen besser zu reden in Yiddish.
Gut, sehr schön. Sehr schön. Ja, gut zu hören. Ja, ich habe das lieb. Das geschieht nicht als Sachmal bei mir, aber es geschieht einmal oder zwei, wo ich treffe sich mit dem Mensch, was kann ich reden. Und unsere einzige Sprache zusammen ist Jiddisch. Das ist eine schöne Zeit. Ja, gut. Und in Jochen ist mit uns. Shalom Aleykhem.
Shalom Aleykhem.
Efsher Mark, was machst du?
Mir ist gut. Wir sind gegangen in Aquarium.
Fun. Okay, fine.
Sind du so viel Menschen. Wie either der Pandemic.
Ja. Und noch weiter.
Let's see, what else? Ich kann nicht I don't know. Can't think of anything else.
Man darf nicht reden, man hat nicht was zu sagen. Gut, der Aquarium ist sehr schön. Das ist gewesen der Shed. Ist das der Shed, wo du bist gegangen?
Oh, Shed Aquarium, yes. Ja.
Und was machen die Fischlach?
Ja. Was machen die Fischlach?
Sie haben Fischlach.
Du hast gegessen Sashimi in der Aquarium?
Nein, ich habe gegessen Sandwich.
Wow, das ist ein bisschen brutal zu essen Sashimi in einem Aquarium. Also, man esst sehr Brüder. Ja, und was ist dein beliebster Fisch, was du hast gesehen, Mark? Es kann sein, nicht kein Fisch, ja, es kann sein, ich weiß nicht, was lebt dabei.
I don't know, nicht kein Fisch, share a dolphin.
A dolphin. Emmet ze weet wie soll man so Dolphin auf Jiddisch?
Nein.
Dolphin?
A dolphin.
Ja, Delphin. Ja, Delphin. Der Delphin. Ja, sehr posch, Delphin. Und das Wort, was ich habe genießt, just in case people don't know it, beliebst, das heißt favorite. Ja, favorite. Beliebster Fisch, beliebster Sprach, beliebste, was soll es sein? Beliebste Mien, Sashimi, ich weiß nicht. Gut. Dank, Mark. Und efter Lily, was machst du?
Danke, ich bin in Miami. Sehr schön. Der Sonne. You know, I can't speak. I understand, I can't speak. Alle Tag ist sehr guter Wetter. How's weather?
Der
Wetter ist sehr gut. Ich habe eine Frage von Mark. Ich sehe, hat Noten. Spielt ein Instrument, Musik. Ich habe gesehen, als Mark hat Noten, you know, like notes, music.
Ja, as hot
Like he had like a music book I saw in the picture. But
ja, efter
Oh, ja.
Ja, dort.
Mark, du spielst ein Instrument?
Ja,
What
flute.
spielst
Is
du?
a fife?
Ah,
What do we say that was?
flute.
Oh, five. Oder
A
ja,
five.
ist als ja, Emis. Wir können sagen five. Wir können euch sagen die Flate.
Flate.
Ja, weil ich weiß, no, wie soll ich? Also ich meine, als Pfeifen kann euch heißen Whistle, ja,
Ja.
aber so hat der Tam von like etwas wie like a whistle flute oder was soll ich
Yeah.
sagen?
Or a recorder? I have one of those too.
As a flate is actually besser
Flate.
bei der Instrument. Ja, die Flate. Sehr schön.
Ich euch spiele, aber ich spiele auf Piano.
Was?
A piano.
Ja,
Piano.
Piano.
A piano.
Piano.
Mein Sohn spielt the piano.
What did you say? Was du gesagt?
Mein Sohn spielt the piano.
Ah, sehr
Sehr
schön. Wie viel Jahr? Spielt how many years?
Oh, let's see. Yours.
5 Jahre?
5 years.
Ah, sehr schön.
He's 14 years old. He started at 8 or 9 or something. Yeah.
Nu, sehr kleine Sache.
Okay.
To ask how old someone is, wie alt ist.
Wie alt ist he?
Wie alt.
But
Yeah.
how will I ask, how many years is he playing? Wie viel Jahre spielt?
Wie viel Jahre spielt?
Spielt
Ja, people.
Mein Sohn spielt piano von 5 Jahren.
Wir können sagen, wie viel Jahr hat er gespielt oder wie viel Jahr spielt er? Ja.
Spielt
Wie
is present. Gespielt is in the past. Yeah.
Ja.
What
Yeah,
is-
Emis. I must say that when you ask like how many years have you done something, present or past is fine. If you want to be very clear to the person you're talking with that you mean that you know that they're still doing it, then maybe you'd use the present. But I don't know if it's the past is fine, you know. So no, wie viel Jahr, however you want to formulate it, but wie viel Jahr, you know, or even better, wie lang.
Wie
Wie
lang?
lang er gespielt oder wie
Wie lang?
Lang.
That's the best. Yeah.
Very good.
Wie
Gut.
lang?
Efter Genele, was machst du? Weiß nicht.
Oh, thank you. It's good. I have a guten Woche, and let me see what else happened. I hope nor legend a Buch.
Sag noch mal.
I didn't say it correctly.
Nee.
Ich hab gelegen ein Buch.
Gelegen.
Ja. Ich hab gelegen ein Buch wegen der jiddische Literatur von Michail Krutikow.
Oh, ja, was für Buch ist das?
Michail, yeah, I was gonna say Michail Krutikow, welcher ist Professor von Yiddish, Jiddischkeit, Professor of Jiddischkeit in...
ist Tage ein Professor, ich kenne ihn. Ja, ist Tage ein Professor von Slavistik bei der...
Professor of Slavistik.
Ja, bei der Minnesota Universität.
Minnesota University, he was
No, Michiganer Universität. Michiganer Universität.
Universität von Michigan in Ann Arbor.
Ja.
Von Minnesota.
Ja, eine Sekunde. Ja, auf Yiddish, heute wir will sagen, like University of Michigan, University of Chicago, University of Colorado. It's better not to say fun. It's better to put the actual demonym adjective in it. So what I mean by that is University of Chicago would be Chicagoer Universität. The University of Michigan would be the Michiganer Universität. The University of Colorado would be the Coloradoer Universität. Und so weiter.
Michiganer sounds like Michiganer.
Ja, ein bisschen. Das ist die Michiganer Universität. Ja.
Universität von Michigan.
Ja. Und ja, Kutikov ist wohl ein Mensch, ja, ist Tage ein Professor von Slavistik, aber lernt Jiddisch und schreibt euch vorwärts. Ja, was für Buch hast du gelernt? Weil ich habe euch ein Buch.
Okay. Geschichte wegen der Geschichte von der jiddischen Literatur und jiddische Literatur in Tsarist Russland und das sowjetische Bund.
Ich habe euch ein Buch von
der Buch von mit der Buch viel mit interessant Meister von der Lieben von Sholem Aleykhem, Moykher, Sforim und Perets.
Gut.
Geschichte wegen der what else I could say? Read wegen Yidische Theater in Literatur in 20s und 20s und 30s. 20er und 30er?
Ja.
20, 30 Jahren, ja?
20 und 30er Jahre in sowjetische Russland.
Und
Das Buch ist sehr interessant.
Ja,
gut.
na, gerne hast du das gelesen in deinem Mameloshen von Russland?
In Russisch? In Russisch?
Hast du gelesen in Jiddisch oder in Russisch?
Oh, the Buch?
Ja.
In England. English.
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 Oh, okay. I was going to say, so
in
impressed.
Russian or Yiddish for that, but I was reading one in English.
Sehr schön. Also ich darf euch sagen, als noch eine kleine Sache, als die Woche ist Tage feminin. Ja? Das heißt, dass euch mir will sagen, I had a good week. Ich habe gehabt eine gute Woche.
Gute Woche.
Ich kenne, ja, mir so keinmal nicht an nun ab und zu von einem Adjektiv mit dem femininen Wort. Ja, das heißt, dass if a word is feminine, you'll never put a noon adjective ending for it. Yeah, never, ever. So, since die Woche ist feminine, a gute Woche, sehr klein. Euch das Buch klingt sehr interessant. Ich habe euch geschrieben, als euch mir will sagen, to read Af Yiddish. I've heard a couple of variants among you. To read Af Yiddish in standard Yiddish, there is only one option, and that is Leyyanen. 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 Das heißt, if you want to say I read, ich hab geleynt.
Was?
Geleynt.
Geleint.
Oh, ich hab
Geleend.
Geleend.
So is he famous with Kutik?
Was, Gerle?
Is he famous with Krutikov guy? This is the only book I saw.
Ja, Kutikov schreibt gute Bücher. Ja, ist ein guter Mensch. Ist ein guter Mensch. Ja, ja, und nu, redet sehr fein im Jiddisch. Ist gewesen, etwas Redaktor von der sowjetischen jiddischen Blatt, aber ich gedenke nicht, was es ist gewesen.
Oh,
Aber
okay.
ja, hat studiert Mathematik bei der Moskauer Universität. Und dem Untergang von Sowjetrussland ist gewesen etwas Redaktor von der jiddischen Zeitung. Und nachdem ist gekommen in Amerika oder öfter in Israel, ich gedenke nicht. Ja, und jetzt ist Professor in Michigan. Ja, gut. Sehr fein, was du lernst.
Yeah, I think those book had a sach of interessante kleine Geschichte, kleine Meister.
Ja,
Lots of small stories.
Off Yiddish, this is kind of something for everyone. In Yiddish, remember, if you want to say something is small, you can say claim, that's fine. Claim the mices, that's fine. However, what you can also do is you can add a diminutive ending to any word.
Meiselach.
So, exactly. So what you could say is interessante Meiselach. Yep.
But how will you say stories? Meiselach is not exactly stories.
Geschichte.
This is
Meiselach can ja sein.
Stories you could say
What else?
Geschichte.
Isn't there another noun, another?
Ja, es ist doch eine Sachwörter, aber sie haben derselbe Übersetzung. Wir können sagen Meiselach, der Erzählungen, Geschichte. Wir können sagen, ja, es ist doch eine Sache. Ja, aber Meiselach ist a word for stories.
Like Bobbemeises.
Is Meiselach eigenlijk for kindermeiser?
Absolutely. It just means stories. Yeah, it just means stories. Yeah. So it can be used in any. So it can be in any context. So it's just stories. So it just means stories. So children's stories can be referred to by Meiselach. Also, non-children's stories can be also referred to by Meiselach. The diminutive ending is incredibly dependent on context. It doesn't carry one kind of general absolute meaning. It carries more of an idea of shortness or smallness or perhaps even cuteness, depending on kind of when it's used. That being said, something I do want to mention, just for those of you who aren't aware, Jean mentioned 3 people that I figure I might as well say a word or two about. And you might have heard these names before. I'm going to write them in the chat. And there's 3 of them in order of appearance. Mendele, Moykher, Sforim, Yitskhok, Leybush, Perets, and also Sholem, Aleykhem. So these 3 men, I'm giving kind of a very classic traditional overview of Yiddish literature, but these 3 men are considered what are called in Yiddish die Klassiker. Die Klassiker from the Yiddish literature. Yeah. So if Yiddish is said to have some sort of canon or kind of classic writers, German is called the language of Goethe, French the language of Molière, English the language of Shakespeare, Yiddish claims in traditional kind of literary historiography, Yiddish claims these 3 men as their
But we say the Moykher Sforim is like a slightly above with or something, because he was the first one. We consider him like a grandfather of Yiddish literature.
So Mendele. So actually, Mendele's name is not Mendele Moykher Sforim.
Yes.
Moykher Sforim is a nickname. It's a pseudonym, and it means book peddler. Yeah, Moykher Sforim. His real name is given Sholem Yankiv Abramovich. Yitskhok Leybush Perets is his name. Sholem Aleykhem is obviously not the given name.
Sholem
Aleykhem. His given
Sholem
name.
Rabinovich.
Yeah, it is like Sholem Rabinovich. Sholem Rabinovich, or the Sholem Aleykhem, when he kind of began his literary career, he was a humorist. He would write funny stories. He would write monologues. Obviously, he's very famous in a lot of different circles. Many Yiddish schools name themselves after Sholem Aleykhem, although there's many Yiddish schools that also name themselves after Perets. Sholem Aleykhem, however, upon his kind of entry into the literary world of Yiddish, and this happens really in the 1880s, is when this kind of picks up. In the 1880s, Sholem Aleykhem declares himself the son of Yiddish literature, and he states that Perets and Abramovich, or Moykher Sforim, are his father and grandfather. So these are given names from Sholem Aleykhem, where Sholem Aleykhem places himself as the most modern and the most kind of up to date and the best of the three.
Yeah.
So people sometimes do refer to them as the grandfather, the father, the son. But again, this is also a very kind of male-centric and also kind of traditional story of Yiddish literature.
No,
the real story is obviously much bigger. Good, but we actually can't spend too much time talking about this because we do need to get on to it.
It's a quick one because I just read it from a critical book about Moykher Sforim and Sholem Aleykhem. It's like a really quick story because when and I thought it's pretty funny and interesting. So if you guys, I could share it. It's okay. Take only two minutes to tell it. It's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so basically, what I read in this book, when basically, when Sholem Aleykhem met Sforim, he didn't know that he is a Sforim. He knew him as Abramovich. So and he's a director of the girls' Yiddish school in Odessa, and he just knew that Abramovich knows Sforim. And he was asking him if he is like willing to talk to him so we could meet and discuss some. He wanted to meet the author, and Sforim and Abramovich was saying, no, the guy is very busy. He would never meet you. So basically, you could come up with something that actually he would do it. And eventually, Sholem Aleykhem said, okay, let's do something. I have like 200 rubles. Will he meet with me? And Abramovich would think a little bit and said, like, no, for that money, he is too busy. That was the whole story, but I thought it was like really funny. The guy was...
Sehr komisch. Ja. Gut. Ja, die drei Menschen sind sehr interessant, aber für uns heißt, wir sollen darüber gierig zu unser Lernen. Aber wir haben unser Lernen sehr gierig. Ja, ich will hören von Jöchnen und Antheen. Das heißt, selbst Jöchnen, was machst du?
Keine Horst ist gewesen, eine gute Woche. Mein Einikel wächst und sie ist gesundig. Ich habe geschrieben mein Drosche, was ich will barfen bei Schule an Shabbos. Und gute Woche.
Gut. Nur eine kleinige Sache, ja, die vergangene Zeit, das heißt der Past Tense von Schreiben, ist haben geschrieben. Ja,
haben geschrieben.
Ich habe geschrieben.
Ich habe geschrieben, ja. And this follows the same exact pattern as other similar verbs. So, for example, bleiben is geblieben. Ja, is geblieben. Schreiben, geschrieben. Ja. Leiden, was heißt leiden? Leiden.
Read.
Leiden?
Read, isn't it?
Leinen.
Leiden.
To read.
Ja,
No?
das heißt to suffer greatly, to suffer pain, leiden, leiden. Ja. Nicht, ja, nicht in einige Akzenten, nicht leiden, ja, leiden, ja, leiden. Und das
Can
ist,
you write it down, please?
Leiden.
yeah, it is written down, Lily. It's in the chat. My apologies, yeah. It's
Gehad
all the
there
words
for the
have been-
kindergarten, Mrs. Leiden. Oy.
Yeah, good.
Suffer.
However, yeah, could be suffer or it could be the Dutch town, which, you know, being in Holland is also, some say it's a form of suffering.
So
So,
how will you say he suffers a lot?
He's just been Leiden in a sentence. Leiden.
yeah, okay, my entire, yeah. So, okay, so leiden, yeah, hates to suffer pain, or to kind of just be in a general bad state. It's conjugated like any other verb. So, ich leid, du leidst, der leidt, mir leiden, und so weiter. The past tense, just like schreiben and bleiten, is the same. So,
Leiden.
hat gelitten, ja, gelitten, ja, das heißt, yeah, and es sind andere Mesholim, but that's how it works. Yeah. So verbs that have this kind of I with the, I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of, this is what I'm saying. The thing with Yiddish verbs is a lot of them, we kind of have created these fake rules to make sense of, you know, this sound happens with this past tense form. The reality is there's a lot of verbs in Yiddish you just kind of have to get a knowledge for as far as how they form their past tense. So
The way I look at it, it lost a yud.
yeah, so good. So schreiben, bleiben, leiden, all kind of in the past tense take the same past participle form as far as like the example, right? So geschrieben, geblieben, gelitten. Und so weiter. Gut. Schreiben, das heißt to drive, not in the car sense, but like to drive someone crazy or to drive someone out of some place, is geschrieben or hat getrieben. Yeah, same kind of process. That I sound in a verb usually results in a past participle form like that. Okay, good. But that's actually not the focus of today. Focus of today is I want to hear how Anthea is doing, and then after that we'll work on some reading. So Anthea, was machst du?
Kennst du mir hören?
Ja.
Kennst du hören? Okay. Na, because I gesagt, ich muss, I'm sorry. Hang on. Sie rufen mir mit dem Telefon und das kommt through to dem Computer. I'm sorry. Right. So meine jiddische Namen ist Chaya. Und
Chaya, okay.
Chaya. So du kennst mir rufen Chaya. Das ist, I think, a bisschen easier than meine Namen. But anyway, ich habe tummeldicke Buch gehört. Ich bin sehr viel Arbeiters in uns Binyan. Und sie machen, sie hacken und sie klappen. Und ich habe geschrieben. Du hast mir ein neues Wort gesagt. Ich habe geschrieben von dem Banyan gegangen, spazieren auf dem Gas. Und was noch? Meine Sohn kommt von Chicago dem Woche und uns sehr happy. Was ist happy?
Glücklich?
Nein, freilich, ja, freilich. Also kommt uns sehen und nicht einer von uns Kinder gesehen für ein paar Monaten. Und anders ist das gut. Die Arbeiter gehen weg für Seiger und das ist sehr gut zu haben stille Zeit in der Heim. Und das ist mein Neues.
Sehr schön. Dank.
Kann wir sagen, du leiden mit alle the noise, the leiden, the suffers?
Two
Ja.
lights.
The ganze
Ja.
Tag,
Ja,
right?
der ganze
Ja.
von 8 in den Morgen zu 4 in ja, das ist 6 hier.
Right.
Ja,
Ja.
anyway.
Gut, schönen Dank. Nur ein paar Sachen, was ich will unterstreichen. Was heißt unterstreichen, Tayere?
To underline. To underline.
To underline, unterstreichen.
Unterstreichen.
Unterstreichen. But be careful, if you conjugate this, it's a separable prefix verb, so that first part, unter, is going to pop off. So if I say I underline, I would say ich streich unter.
Oh, Streich unter.
Streich unter. Yeah. And then bonus points. Does anyone know the past participle of unterstreichen? The past tense.
Unterstreib.
Untergestrichen.
Oh,
Untergestrichen. Because it's the same, right? As schreiben, bleiben, schreiben, unterstreichen, untergestrichen. Yeah, it's the same pattern. Yeah. Untergestrichen.
Auf English, was ist Unterstreich?
Yeah, so unterstreichen means to underline. Yeah,
Oh,
underline
okay, yeah.
something.
Yeah,
And since
verstehe.
and since it's a separable prefix, that unter is going to pop off in the front and go to the back when you conjugate it. So ich streich unter, du streichst unter, streicht unter, mir streichen
Yeah,
unter. And then because streichen, you can hear it. It's the same as schreiben, leiden, bleiben, treiben. Was soll das sein? So in the past tense, gestrichen. Yeah, unter.
Yeah, it loses a yud.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, a couple things I want to say though before we move on. Just things I've heard. So the first thing is if you want to say this week, because Woch is feminine, you can just say die Woch. Die Woch.
Nicht dem Woch.
Nicht dem Woch. Woch is feminine. So die Woch. Die Woch. And actually, this is kind of a good reminder in general to just kind of keep in the back of your mind that in Yiddish, your definite articles, so der, das, die, dem, can also function as demonstrative pronouns like this, just by putting a sort of accent, like an emphasis on the article itself, So die Woche is the week, Die Woche is this week. Die Woche, putting that emphasis on the article, because usually they're unstressed. They're not something you're really thinking about, or at least putting a lot of effort into. The second you stress them, they become a demonstrative, which just means this. So die Woche, or I'm talking about this man. Ich red wegen dem Mann. Just putting that stress makes it this. Good. I think that was another thing I wanted to mention, which was I heard you say Monaten, Chaya. Gut, das ist ein gut germanisch Wort, aber gewöhnlich auf Jiddisch oder a Sach Jiddisch Schreiber sagen euch Chodesh oder Chadosh. And I actually
from Hebrew.
Von Hebräisch, Das heißt, just something to know. I'm going to write it out again. Der Chodesh ist month. Der
I never
Chodesh,
heard it in Yiddish. The word.
die Chadoshim. Nu. Es existiert. Es ist voran. Menschen sagen das. Chodesh, Chadoshim. I'll be honest, I rarely, if ever, hear Monaten.
Really?
However, it does mean month. It's just the German word for it.
I've always heard of Chodesh, but that's
I think,
and for me, vice versa. I've never done that's what I know.
Ich habe vorher gehört, a Sach Monaten.
Yes.
No,
We all
it's
come
not-
from the same village.
Yeah.
This
good.
few of us.
Good. Whatever word is better for you guys. But just so you know, also Chodesh Chadoshim is there. Good. Okay. Wir sollen rüber zu unserer Lane. So, lass mir das tun. Also ich soll sich teilen mit Kran. Gut. Ui. 1 second. It's going to be a little crazy on the screen for a second. Good. Okay. All right. So just to review what we talked about at the beginning, just very quickly. So, wenn Berale ist gekommen in Amerika, ist ihm gewinnt schwer, sich zuzupassen zu den neuen Bedingungen. Hat da getroffen, eine große Arbeiterbewegung, aber es hat gefällt die heimische Romantischkeit. Pflegt sich sehr oft begegnen mit seinen amaligen Gewehren von Russland. Als Sache von sie seien von der Bewegung weg, haben sich da in sehr nahem Land ausgebeut, sehr eigenem warmen Nest. Any questions people still have from this kind of paragraph?
Ich habe eine Frage.
Ja.
The letzte line, wie sagt man line?
Shura, die Shura. Ja, die Shura. Die Shura.
Okay. Ich verstehe nicht the letzte Wörter dort, a few ich sehr
I can translate it if you want.
oh yeah, good.
Sure, Lily, can you translate the part I just
In
underlined?
their neue Land, in their new land, ausgebaut, they have built their own worm nest, like
Yes.
A worm
worm, like
like a worm nest.
worm nest.
Yeah.
There.
Sense.
Oh
And
yeah, a varmint
Ausgebaut,
nest. Was meint a nest?
like an
Nest,
English
like a nest.
house,
Like an English.
house, home.
Oh, like a nest, like for
Yeah.
a foigle, a nest.
A regular, yes.
Oh,
You
so a
put your
varmint
nest.
nest, like the Heim is giving a varmint nest. Okay.
Mhm.
But
Okay,
can
good.
I say something? I never heard in Yiddish nest. That's an English word. I would say worm house, worm.
No.
la-
No. Okay, 1 Sekunde. Ja, so das ist Tage Literatur. Das ist a Berale von dem Mechaber. That's a choice of the writer. Ja, das ist nicht zu sagen, als Nest heißt nicht home. Nest means nest. Yeah, he means nest. Yeah, so when he
But
writes
isn't
nest,
it-
he means.
It isn't it American influence to put all this, American words into Yiddish?
But this isn't an American or English word. It's a Yiddish word, nest. Yeah.
Mhm.
So the Yiddish word for a bird's nest is a nest. Their nest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this comes from a Germanic root that goes back hundreds and hundreds of years, way before America. And he's using that word nest just to refer to a nice cozy home. Yeah.
Nice cozy. Okay.
Yeah. That nest.
So Aisha said, so would a bird's nest be a fagel nest?
Oh,
Fake-
das war ja.
A Vogel-
A Vogel nest. Ja,
Vogel
das
nest,
war ja.
yeah.
Okay.
What's this like? In ganzen richtig, yeah. It's just a nest. It just means nest. It's the same word between both languages. Yeah. Good. Okay. Lassen wir gehen ein bisschen weiter. Okay, gut. A verb. Geschichte haben. Geschichte haben. Like lieb haben. Was heißt Geschichte haben? Emmett weißt?
Again, it's Hebrew. Cheshek is, I feel like doing something. I feel like keeping
Yeah.
cheshek.
So
So to have a will, to want to do
Yeah.
something.
ja, so Geschichte haben, ich hab Geschichte, du hast Geschichte und so weiter, means to want to do something or to feel like doing something or to volunteer to do something und so weiter. Ja, because I was about to ask, wer hat Geschichte zu lernen? Yeah, that just means who would like to read.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, wer hat Geschichte lehnen?
Ich kann
Gut.
lernen.
Good, Lily, lay in for uns and just read a couple sentences and stop where you would like.
Okay, when you tell me. Wenn Berale fleckt sich begegnen to me, mit der Freund pflegen sei zu ihm sagen. Berale, genug zu arbeiten für andere, genug zu denken und streben zu Sachen, was man kann nicht dergleichen. Russland, das Russland vor wem hunderter Tausender haben weggeben sein Leben, gave their life, their Leben, wird kein Mal frei nicht werden.
Okay, good. A dank, Lily. A dank. Let me sich abstellen da. Good. Lily, would you like to try and translate the first line here?
Ja, wenn Berale got together, meet the friends, with his friends, pflegen sei zu ihm sagen, they would tell him.
Good, very good. And then, sie geht dann, Berale, genug zu arbeiten für andere. Was heißt das?
Enough work for others.
Good. Genug zu banken. Was heißt banken?
To miss, banken, ihr banken.
Long for.
To long for.
Exactly.
Yeah,
To miss, long,
for.
yearn.
Yearn.
Yeah.
Miss.
Banken. In Yiddish, if I want to say I miss you, or I miss her, or I miss them, how would I say that?
Ihr bank zu ihm, zu meinem. Ihr bank.
Bank your ear. Banks a
Good.
ear.
So banken means to miss or long to yearn. However, when you add noch after it, so banken,
Yeah.
No,
banken
no.
noch means to miss someone.
Bank ear.
Yeah, to miss someone. So if I want to say I miss you, I would say ich bank noch hier.
Here.
Yeah.
Or if I miss my mom, ich bank noch der Mama.
Der Mame.
Yeah. Or I don't know, I miss them. Ich bank noch sie. Or was es anders sein? Yeah. Bank. Gut. Okay, ein bisschen weiter. Streben. Was heißt streben?
Schreiben. Schreiben is to run. Schreiben. Does it come from schreiben, to run?
Nein, es klingt
Nein.
ähnlich, aber nicht. Yeah,
No.
this is actually a cognate with the English word strive. Strive. So streben means to strive. So he says, Berale, genug zu arbeiten für andere. Yeah, so enough working for others. Genug zu banken. Stop with the nostalgia. Stop longing after things. Und streben. Das heißt striving after things. Yeah. Zu Sachen. Those are the things. Yeah.
For things was mit things that you can't that you can't reach, you can't get.
Exactly correct, Lily. Yeah. So he's saying, Berale, stop working for others. Stop longing and striving to things that you'll never reach. Yeah. Berale, genug zu arbeiten für andere, genug zu banken und streben zu Sachen, was man kann nicht ergreifen. Ja.
Is to achieve or get.
Exactly. To ergreifen means to achieve or get or reach.
What's the word? Griban.
Der Greichen.
Der Greichen. Der Greichen. This is to achieve, to get, to reach. So if I wanted to say, I achieve my goal, I would say, Ich dergreich mein Ziel. Ich dergreich mein Ziel. A Ziel is a goal or a target. You know, a Ziel. Ich
It's a
dergreich.
Russian, it's like a Russian verb, aim, you know?
Yeah, same word. No,
Cell. Wow, it's interesting.
instead of easy. Yeah, Ziel. Okay.
Cell.
Gut. Und dennoch dem, Russland, das Russland verwemmen. Okay, let's stop there. Was heißt Russland verwemmen? Was heißt das?
For
Oh,
For whom?
Russia.
Good. Good.
Russia for who?
Yeah, whom? For whom? Yeah.
und
What's going on with hundert there? Was heißt hundert there?
Hundreds of.
Hundreds?
Like
Good.
Hundreds?
Good, exactly correct. It's the plural of hundred. Yeah. Ein hundert, and then hundreds is
a
hundert.
few hunderten.
Tausender,
Tausende?
And then thousands, yeah, so hundreds, thousands.
Tausende.
Oben,
Oben.
thousands have sacrificed their life. Oben are wegen to give away their lives, their Leben.
Weggegeben. Is that the word? Weggegeben.
To give
Yeah.
away.
To give up their lives.
Weggegeben their Leben. So they've
Yeah, so
given
it's based-
their lives.
Give away their lives?
What are they? What they've given up their lives for? Their families.
So
died.
yeah, for their families, for freedom. It says, so keep in mind, this is still during the Russian Empire. Yeah, so this is like 1910 or something around there. So he's saying, Berale, enough working for other people, enough longing and striving for things that you'll never achieve. Russia, the Russia for whom hundreds and thousands have given their lives, comma, vet kein wohl frei nicht werden, will never be free.
Free. 5, 0, 0,
Free.
5.
Good. Vet kein wohl sein, mit kein wohl frei nicht werden, or put in a more kind of standard Yiddish phrase, vet kein wohl nicht werden frei.
And you'll never be free. So you be okay.
Yeah, the Russia for whom people have given their lives is never actually going to be free.
Right.
And then, so his friends are huge pessimists. Yeah. Berale is not a pessimist. His friends are pessimists. They don't think the Russian Empire is ever going to end. So they continue. Would anyone like to continue where Lily stopped? And Mitzvah, Efsher, Mark, would you like to continue where Lily stopped?
Okay. Right. Her off to Sholem wegen foreign Zurich. Bleib in America. Wer mit Leuten gleich. Amerika gibt dir alle Freiheiten. Amerika is auch a land praktischer. Keep going.
Good. Let me see opstellen da. Sehr schön. Sehr schön. Good. So you said this sentence exactly right, Mark, but I want you to walk me through it because there's another way you could have pronounced it that would have been wrong. You said Heruf zu Sholem wegen foreign zurück. Why did you say it that way?
Like what it means is I stopped dreaming about going back.
Exactly. But you said heruf when you could have said, for example, heraf zu Sholem wegen something or something or something. Yeah. Why did you say oof?
I don't
It's
know.
correct.
It does feel
it's the
like
correct thing.
It just
Yo. Can you all hear me, by the way? I think my internet might be going out a little bit, but you did the absolutely correct thing, Mark. It is her oof. The reason is this is not the preposition af. Oh, wait. I think did my internet go out?
No, I hear you.
Okay,
Oh,
one second.
we can't hear you.
One second. I think let me just get closer to the internet. I think my connection will get better. One moment. Okay, good. I think my connection is better. Okay, good. So Mark, you said this sentence absolutely correctly. It should be her oof. And the reason is because this preposition right here is not off, like off a tish, off a benkel, off a ban. It is instead the separable prefix for ufheren. Ufheren, which means ufheren, which means to stop or to cease. Yeah. So they're saying her uf zu Cholemen. Was heißt Cholemen?
To grow, to grow, grown.
Yeah, to dream. Wer hat dream? Yeah, so heißt dream. Because it comes from this word Cholem. Der Cholem, the dream. Yeah, Cholemen. So he says, her uf zu Cholemen wegen vor und zurück, about traveling back. Yeah, or voyaging back. Yeah, her uf zu Cholemen wegen vor und zurück. Then, bleib in Amerika. So what heißt bleib in Amerika?
Stay in America.
remain.
Remain.
Good. And what about wer mit Leiten gleich? This is an idiom. What does that mean?
Be like others. No, be like others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Become
this word, so this word light means people. People, light. So wer mit Leiten gleich means just like any other people or any other peoples. Yeah, wer mit Leiten gleich. It's a sort of idiom. It doesn't necessarily correspond to any sort of grammar. It's just kind of a set phrase. Wer mit Leiten gleich, with people all the same. Wer mit Leiten gleich. Then he says, Amerika geht dir alle Freiheit. Amerika ist euer Land, a praktische. Was heißt das, Mark?
Okay, starting with America.
Sure. Yes.
Let's see. America is gives you all freedom. Yeah, the next part, America is also a land. Now, a land, a praktische. I'm not sure about the meaning of that word.
practical.
That's what it sounds like.
Place, it's a practical place.
Yeah. So a land praktische is exactly like you all said. It means just it's a practical place. It's kind of, it's good materially. It's good for right now. It's good physically. It's good practically. This kind of form of Yiddish where people say a land praktike, a man a sheiner, a buch a guts, I don't know, a tish a größer. This sort of form of talking about something is incredibly common in Yiddish. And the way it's done is you put a next to the noun. So a land, a buch, a tish was on design. Then instead of saying, for example, they could have wrote a praktisch land, or it could be, a schein buch, or it could be, a guter mensch. You can separate them using this a, and it becomes a land praktische, a Mensch guter. It's the same meaning, but it has sort of a like a sing-songy rhythm to it. Yeah. Also sort of literary. It's kind of playful. Yeah. A land praktische. Literally speaking, it means a land, a practical one, if you were to literally translate. Yeah. Does that make sense? How that is happening?
Aisha, how would you say a land of milk and honey? Milk and vos. Vos is honey?
Honey in Yiddish is honig. Yeah, honig.
Honig. Honig.
Honig.
So a land von milk and honig.
A land, yeah, a land von Milch und
And
Honig.
honig. Und
Mhm.
honig. Okay.
Yeah, something interesting about this word milch is that there's actually a dialectical kind of like splittage, you might say, in Yiddish, where some Yiddish speakers say milch, and then
Milk.
some Yiddish speakers have sort of like a I don't know what's the
Milk.
word, like a twang where
Mhm.
they add a vowel between the lamed and the chof, so it becomes milch.
Milch, yeah,
Milch.
hard milch. Yeah.
milkige essen, milkige dairy food, milkige.
Yeah, milchig. Yeah, so
And
milchig.
milch is actually used. Who is using? Because I heard it. I remember hearing it.
Yeah,
Milchig.
milchig just hates it's dairy food that's made with milk. That's usually used for like kind of kosher sort of like talking about kosher food. So like milchig and fleischig come from Yiddish. You know, so
Mhm.
that would just be with dairy, and that would just made with meat.
Milchig. So the expression nicht milchig, nicht fleischig, nicht fleisch, nicht milchig, nicht fleischig means someone who is not this and not this. Am I right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it means it's Yiddish. Yeah, so it just means, you know, not dairy, not flesh, basically. Milchig, nicht
And
fleisch.
nicht the hen and nicht the hair.
Yeah.
Because nicht milchig und nicht fleischig is parv.
Mhm. It's kind of right.
Yeah.
Parva.
Mhm.
Good. Okay. Let's do another sentence or two, just kind of quickly. Maybe Yochanan, would you like to close this off?
You're going to take this as a horrible excuse, but I have to sign off promptly at 4:30.
Okay, I could
You
do
could
it.
give me the first one next week. I'm not trying to duck
worries.
the assignment.
No. Go ahead and duck because
Oh,
we
I
should go.
could read if you want me.
I'm thinking we should just go ahead and end it maybe anyway.
Well,
it's getting
the rest of you seid gesund. And
Okay,
I'm sorry, Chab Traurig,
that's good.
but next week I won't have the time crunch at the end.
Stop.
So everybody be well.
Okay, sei gesund, Jay.
I give them.
Anthony,
Dank.
okay.
Good. So we're gonna continue with some other stuff I have cooked up for next week, and then also when we get to it, some more reading, and probably also some grammar that'll be connected to other stuff. Regardless, it should be we'll basically be continuing with Berale, but just using it as kind of an entrance point to other things. Okay, good. A dank Tayere. Ich hoffe, es ist gewesen eine gute Zeit und wir werden sich dann in der Woche, ja?
In der Woche. Okay, sei gesund und stark.
Die Wochen gehen sehr fast, sehr schnell.
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 Zeit flies. How will I say? Time flies. Zeit fliegt.
Die Zeit fliegt.
Flight, fleet.
Ja, es fliegt sehr
Zeit fliegt.
And Isha, a großen Dank für die Audio. Das ist
Ja, es ist gut.
sehr gut.
Okay, good. I'm sorry I have to subject you to more of my voice, but I'm happy it was
Nein,
helpful.
Oh,
nein,
that's good. That's good.
No,
Du hast I get the voice,
wonderful
a
to
kind of
hear
voice.
you pronounce the words so well. It's great. Thank you so much.
It's enjoyable to listen nice Yiddish.
A good to Yiddish.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
Seid mir gesund.
God
Alle.
is it.
Bye.
Everybody
Sei
Thank
gesund.
you, then.